Hey, what's going on, gamers? Squirrely here. Thank you so much for joining me, as always, on this very special surprise video. One thing I absolutely love about Valve is they are full of surprises. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but when it's good, it is really good. For example, we just had a summer update come out not too long ago, and I made videos on it, looked at the new unusuals, the new items, and I was thinking, okay, summer update is finishing up now here. Let's start planning and thinking about the Scream Fortress, the Halloween update, which usually doesn't come out to like the end of October. And then October 1st, in the middle of the day, they drop the Halloween update. So we have a lot to go through in this video. I can't cover everything. I'm going to cover just a handful of things, give you kind of the major things that you should be looking at and concerned about. Then I'll probably do what I usually do, separate video on maybe like the war paints and the unusuals, kind of rating them, tiering them, see how popular they're going to be. But let's get into this update because there's a lot to get to. I think this is going to be a very successful and pretty popular update overall because it's just solid all around. We got a good amount of variety in this update. Usually people can pick out that, we just got a new cosmetic case and that's it. And some of the updates feel kind of lazy. You just get one or two things and that's it. But most people want some variety. They want to try some new maps and some new skins and some new hats and just kind of spread things out a little bit more. And that is exactly what we got in this update. So not only did we get some cool new maps, some spooky new maps, including converting Badwater, a very popular map, into a spooky version and event version, which I've been saying for years, if they just kept their more popular maps that are already in rotation and do a spooky version, then that would be even better than constantly adding these more new maps you have to learn that kind of just drowned out after a while. So I'm hoping they continue this pattern. We got a bunch of maps. Of course, we got new cosmetics. Some of them are actually miscellaneous hats. So I'm hoping that if we can get those in unusual version, that would be amazing because we have not been able to unbox unusuals on miscellaneous hats in forever, like years and years and years. So I haven't checked yet to see if that's the case, but they're not all equip regions for the hat or the body. Some of them are actually miscellaneous. We also got a bunch of new unusual effects, also some new taunts, some new unusual taunt effects, and of course a bunch of new war paints, which are really, really nice actually. I also want to let you guys know what is not in this update, not to kind of, pull things down or make it negative, but just so you know, so you're not digging through the notes and asking everyone about it, because I'm always looking for these things every single Halloween update and just updates in general. So as far as spells go, there was nothing listed about spells, unfortunately. No new spells, no old spells coming back, nothing like that. So better luck next year. Maybe again, we can keep trying. Also, unusual effects for weapons. Nothing new about that. We're still stuck with the same 3 that we have, but we did get some new war paints that you can get unusual weapons with. And then also, there's no changes to the Halloween restrictions. So it's a little bit of a bummer sometimes because there's definitely some hats and some items that should be worn year round. And there's definitely some items that are restricted that shouldn't be, and vice versa, some items that are not restricted that you think that they would be. So there's not really a whole lot of clarity on that, but as of now, nothing changed with the Halloween restricted items. So let's take a look at some of the new items. There's way too many to go through, but just to give you guys a quick glimpse, I will link you down to the Steam Community Workshop so you can look at all these. But just taking a quick look at this is pretty much like a Chrome Zone with Halloween lights on it, kind of like Christmas lights, Festivized. That's going to look really cool. That's an all-class hat, I believe. We have some other new hats that move, which I think is great. I really like this theme of items, hats that move, whether it's eyes or something spinning or bouncing around, jiggle bones. I think that adds a lot. And for Halloween, it's a perfect theme. So you can see on the soldier here, more things going on with the raccoon, pumpkin head. That's a good themed hat. This one, I See You, I think is going to look hilarious. I have not seen this in game, but if this has jiggle bones and it looks as crazy as the pictures, I think that's going to be hilarious. We have the fish head, and all class with these kind of ears. Oh, we did get an animal head. I was wrong. We got the pug mug. That looks really, really cool. So I'm curious if that's Halloween restricted. Probably is. This one here, this looks really, really cool. Yeah, this one, oh man, if this does this in game, that's going to look awesome as well. That looks really cool. This one, I believe, is an all-class as well, the Halloween helm. And then the sandwich head. Oh my gosh, the manwich. That is actually scary looking. I need to go in game and see some of these. The King cardboard, or card beard. So these cosmetics are pretty good, but these are just the regular hat items. I'm going to show you, they also have miscellaneous. So these are miscellaneous items. It's kind of mixed in with the unusuals, but this is a backpack for the NG, I believe. Pants for the pyro, kind of goes with the full set. This is a mask, but it's actually listed as a miscellaneous. So if this can be unboxed in unusual, that's going to be awesome. Same with this over here. This one is an all-class, basically a bandana, which looks really cool painted. If that's an unusual version, that's going to be amazing. I'm going to be looking for that. As well as some of these other ones. The Balloon Corpse looks really cool. That's a miscellaneous. And then this one here, basically a No Mercy, a more evil version of a No Mercy, which is a misc as well. The boom boxers, just silly stuff on here. But you can go through this list and see some of these items are actually technically miscellaneous slots. So if they're unusual versions, that's very exciting. Let's also take a quick look at some of the different war paints, because I think we got a pretty good variety in this update. If you look on here, you can see that one thing I'm always looking for is a good combination of different colors, because a lot of times we get the same old colors, the same old kind of patterns, but these we have a good amount of variety, but they're still very themed for Halloween, which is cool. So you can see on here, even if you don't like the look of these spiders or whatever, just the fact that we have this color scheme is really cool. We don't have that many like white or bright kind of, dark and light contrast colors when it comes to war paint. So that looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of the, what's it called, kill covered or kill counted war paint, which is kind of like that as well. I look down here. Where's one of my other favorite ones? This one, I think anything like black and a bright green looks really cool. You think of like alien colors. You can definitely think of some themes that will fit with this, some green loadouts, green energy, things like that. Definitely this one is literally burning flames, but it's the scorching version. And we have a war paint that looks exactly like this, but it's the red version. So for those people who are Scorching Flames fans, here is your war paint. This looks really, really nice. And I haven't checked yet what tier this is. It's probably, middle to higher tier. Obviously the themes on here are just good. Even if they're silly, I mean, they just look kind of good, I guess, because it's a Halloween theme, so you can kind of get away with it. But you have this kind of like tiger pattern with these candies. But they're just really solid war paints all around. Like I said, even if they're silly, like this is just a geometric pattern. It looks pretty good. You kind of have the sand, like light orange, whitish colors. Probably everyone's favorite is going to end up being this one. Maybe not everyone's favorite, but a lot of people, because it is so colorful and wacky and bright, and it kind of looks like jazzy and rainbowy, and it's a mixture of a lot of different things. So this one, as far as looking around, this is the most expensive one for sale, the lowest unboxed because it's the highest tier, of course, but I think it looks pretty good. So this one with any unusual effect will look nice. Definitely with, isotope will look really, really good, but it looks so nice on the rocket launcher, on these items. It just looks good. And if you think about unusual effects, you can kind of wear anything with this because it's got a lot of variety in it. So sunbeams would fit, purple energy, green energy. But I think one might look really good is sparkling lights, because it has all these different colors in it. As well, if you have a badge or painted items, you can kind of make a really goofy, kind of groovy, colorful set with this. So this one's going to be a lot of fun to wear. I can't wait to see this in game. Real quick, before I finish this video, I wanted to show you guys on the Steam Community Market, some of the new unusuals are being unboxed and they're up for sale. So if you want to go on here, take a look, you can see how many are unboxed, how popular they are, how expensive they're selling for. These are all brand new, fresh unboxes, so it's just a wild west of what's being unboxed and how expensive it's going to sell for. But it gives you a good idea of what to expect, how many are coming out, just kind of get a better grip on the market and watch for some patterns, because one thing I have not seen yet is any of the new hats, unless one of these are, and I'm just forgetting, in a miscellaneous form. So as far as I know, I have not seen a new miscellaneous item unboxed and unusual. That doesn't mean it can't happen. It might just be a really, really, really low percentage chance, like it used to be when you can unbox miscellaneous hats. So I'm still looking for that. Keep a lookout for those, but I just want to show you guys that, as well as the new war paints. All the new war paints, there's a bunch of them. Here's all of them, in order from highest to lowest. You can see the Spectral one is going for a lot more. The picture has not updated yet because they're brand new, but they're out there. They're being unboxed. There's unusuals for the new hats and the new war paints. Alright gamers, well that is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for joining me as always. Hopefully you are as excited and happy as I am to try out this new update. I think this caught everyone off guard. And Valve, there's something about this year. They're surprising us. The summer update was out of nowhere, and then also the Scream Fortress update was so early. I don't think anyone was expecting it. So two very pleasant surprises. There's a lot to get to. New maps, new unusuals, new hats, new war paints, new contracts. Like, just go out there, play as much as you can. This is one of the best times ever to play F2 because there's just so many people playing. There's so much new content. It's just a lot of fun. So hopefully I will see you guys in game. I got to go try out some of these new maps now. Don't forget down below as well to join the Squirrely Squad, my Steam group, so you get notified of all my new videos, giveaways, fun stuff like that. As well as keep a lookout for the next video because I'm going to look at the new unusual effects and talk about some of the new cool things that came out with this update. So happy Halloween. See you guys soon. Peace.
This Twitch kid is so bad.
Oh! Squirrely, chill.